Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about literal equations. What is a literal equation? A literal equation is an equation that consists primarily of letters or variables. Now, when we are asked to solve, say, 2x equals 6, the directions will almost never say solve for x. It's kind of like the directions will always say solve. And how is it that we know that we have to solve for x? Because there's only one variable. But that's not the case when it comes to literal equations. When it comes to solving literal equations, we have to be told what variable to solve for. Because if not, if it just says solve, I'm like, oh, well, what do they want me to solve for? Do they want me to solve for uppercase A or lowercase a, b, or c? Okay, so yeah. So let's go ahead solve for c. So let me go ahead write this over just in case I need to tag it up. That's just my code for like right all over it. Okay, cool. So we are asked to solve for c. So the question is, how do we solve a literal equation? So one, make sure you have a clear idea of what variable we're asked to solve for. And to solve it, we're pretty much gonna treat all the other letters like if there were numbers. Like if, what am I gonna do to get rid of a plus something? Oh, you subtract it. What am I gonna do to get rid of a times something? You know, you divide it. So the same steps that you will use to solve these kinds of equations, you know, I gotta add something to both sides, subtract something from both sides, and etc. Those are the same steps you're going to use to solve this. Okay, so we are asked to solve for c. So we want to have c terms on one side, non-c terms on the other. So let me go ahead circle or highlight the terms that have a c. Okay, so in this case we have more than one term. So again, we want c's on one side, non-c's on the other. Let's go ahead subtract 2ab from both sides. And when we do, terms on the left are not like terms. One has an AB, the other one doesn't. So we can just write them side by side at best. So that will leave us with A minus 2AB equals 2AC plus 2BC. Fantastic. So now in this case, what are we going to do? Well, we need to get C's on one side, non-C's on the other. Unfortunately, 2AC and 2BC are not like terms, so I can't combine them. So it's not going to be as straightforward to isolate the C term. So in this case, what we're going to do, we're going to factor a C. Factor AC. Okay, so when we factor out a c, why do we have to factor it out? That's gonna be our only fighting chance to isolate it. So yeah, this is a lowercase c. Those are parentheses. Remind me to pick a different variable next time. So if we factor out a c, 2ac over c will give us 2a. 2bc over c will give us 2b. And then we'll bring down the rest of the equation. So again, I have to remind myself what variable are we solving for? We're asked to solve for c. So now it's like, okay, what are we going to do to get rid of this times addition problem? To get rid of a times something, we have to go ahead divide both sides by something. So let's go ahead, take our time and divide both sides by 2a plus 2b. On the right side, quotient of 2a and 2b, or 2a plus 2b in itself will give us 1. And that will leave us with the desired variable isolated. But the question that I want to ask myself is this: is my fraction reduced? Okay, in this case our fraction is reduced because a, 2ab, 2a, and 2b, they don't have any factors in common other than 1. Did we nail it? Yeah, we were asked to solve for c. Is c isolated? It sure is. Fantastic. Alright guys, until the next time.